Hey there. Welcome back to Wounds and Wisdom, a secret space for truth, tenderness, soulful growth, and remembering who you truly are. Today, we continue Season 3, The Becoming. And this episode is for the part of you who keeps imagining a different life. Not out of escapism, but out of alignment. It's for the version of you who senses a future self that feels more grounded, more embodied, more alive than the person you had to be to survive. The one you glimpse in intuition. The one who feels familiar even though you haven't fully lived them yet. Because your future self, it is not a fantasy. Your future self is a direction, a nervous system signal, a spiritual compass pointing you towards a life your body is finally ready to hold. Today, we meet them. And today, you begin becoming them. Identity expands slowly, especially when you come from survival, when your nervous system grew up in environments of instability, unpredictable affection, chronic vigilance, shame based discipline, unmet needs, or repeated disappointment. Your system learned that the safest place to live was the present moment. Anything beyond that felt unpredictable, not the future. Survival shrinks possibility, and it forced the body to strategize instead of imagining. So we learn I cannot plan far ahead. Hope gets punished. Joy disappears. Dreaming sets me up for loss. Looking forward hurts more than staying still. This is not pessimism, it is protection. Neuroscience shows that when a child lives in chronic stress, their brain prioritizes short-term survival circuits over the long-term vision circuits. So imagining a future self feels like unfamiliar, it feels unsafe, it feels unrealistic, it feels emotionally risky. It feels stepping into an open space with no walls. And when the past has taught you that safety is temporary, your body will avoid investing in a future it is not sure it gets to keep. Narrative psychology calls this identity foreclosure. This is when the imagination just shuts down. Because imagining feels too painful. But here's the truth. If your future self feels blurry, it is not because you lack the vision for it. It is because your nervous system hasn't felt safe enough to imagine more. Season 3, it is the season where imagining becomes safe again. Time is not just psychological, it's physiological. Research on time perspective shows that regulated nervous systems, those systems that feel steady, connected, and safe, they have a greater access to long term thinking, optimism, creativity, intentional decision making, and expansive identity. And we can ask ourselves why. And it's because when your body feels safe, your brain's forward looking system turns back on. And as the polyvagal theory teaches us, that in the ventral state, that state where your body is safe and connected, your system opens to imagination, it opens to vision, it opens to hope, it opens to purpose, and it opens that intuitive direction. Your future self becomes a felt sense and not a fantasy. So you will feel that your breath expand when you imagine certain path. Your shoulders softening when you picture aligned choices. Your energy rising when you lean towards what feels true. You feel that subtle yes in the chest when something matches your becoming. Identity expansion begins as sensation. In the internal family system, this is called self-leadership. When the grounded, wise parts of you lead instead of the fearful parts that had to run your in the past. Your future self is not far from you. They're actually within you. They are a frequency, a direction, a nervous system orientation towards what feels like truth. And as your system regulates, your future self gets louder, clearer, and closer. So you begin following not a plan, but a signature inside your body that says, hey, this way. And there is always this moment in healing when your future self stops feeling imaginary and it starts feeling inevitable. A moment when you no longer ask, what if I fail? And instead, you whisper, what if this has always been me? Identity doesn't shift through hope alone. Identity shifts through embodiment. Micro choices that match the person you are becoming. And you begin to notice you stop entertaining relationships your future self will never tolerate. Your boundaries happen sooner because alignment matters more than approval. Your truth emerges faster because pretending feels too small. You choose resonance instead of fear. Your posture changes. You sit in yourself instead of shrinking. Your breath, in a way, feels more like home. You live with this steadiness you once thought you had to earn. And all that is, it is identity coherence. The merging of the internal truth and the external behavior. You are not forcing a new self. You are remembering the truest one. Your future self is not a stranger. They are a deeper version of you, a remembered version, a reclamation of who you were meant to be before survival narrowed your choices. So every aligned decision becomes a bridge. Every honest breath becomes a step. Every boundary becomes a vote. And all this for the you that you are becoming. And my friends, this is the becoming. The moment when your future selves stop being a dream and becomes your direction. Find a comfortable position. You can sit, you can stand, or you can lay down. Place a hand on your chest. Let your breath soften. Imagine yourself 2 years from now. Imagine yourself steady, grounded, embodied, consistent. And ask them, what do they no longer tolerate? What do they move towards with ease? What does their breath sounds like when they wake? What softness do they carry? What boundaries protect their peace? What love surrounds them? What work nourishes them? Now we're gonna step into their body. Feel their posture. Feel their clarity. Feel their steadiness. And say inwardly, I am becoming you. Your wisdom lives in me now. My nervous system learns from your calm. I am not striving, I am remembering. Let your body hold this version of you. Take some time this week to reflect on the following. What qualities my future self are already alive in me? What choices align with the direction I am heading? What does my body feels when I imagine my next step? What version of myself am I outgrowing? What is one decision my future self will celebrate? Let those answers guide your becoming. Repeat after me or just let these words land softly. I am allowed to expand into my future self. My future is a direction, not a pressure. I grow at the pace my nervous system can hold. My choices align with who I am becoming. I trust the pull of my inner compass. My future self already live within me. I walk towards my becoming with steadiness and grace. Allow them settle like truth in your chest. Thank you for becoming your future self with us today. This is Wounds and Wisdom, where your pain isn't shameful, it's sacred. Where your healing isn't linear, it's luminous. If this episode helped you notice your own becoming, share with someone who may need this reminder. And if you feel called, please subscribe to keep growing with us. And remember, you are not healing or becoming alone. We are doing this together. Until next time, be gentle with your soul.